muted now or I'm gonna die. Kinda. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, welcome. My name is Serenity, and if you aren't new, welcome back guys. We have another video. Today's video is all about my pregnancy journey. I have to like really go back and think about my symptoms and how I felt from my first trimester till now. So we are prepared, you guys. I think maybe a week before, maybe it started a week before I actually took the test, I couldn't stand food. I was just like, oh, I cannot eat that, or that stinks, or like that doesn't look good, you know. But it didn't hit me or anything. I just thought like I couldn't eat. So I was just like, I don't want to eat that. And then that happened for a few days, even when I went to like special, so we went to a wedding for my sister's performance. We went to this one wedding. The food was catered, so the fact that I didn't even eat that food, now that I think about it, is crazy. Oh, that food, honestly, now that I think about it, because I even looked at my mom's plate, if I didn't feel the way I did, I would have eaten a lot. I would have eaten a lot if I didn't feel the way I was feeling, which was the, you know, that looks like gross, you know. I'm kind of really sad I didn't eat. Then, all right, so that happened. I didn't eat there, which I would have if I could have, but then I didn't, which is sad. That happened. It's time for me to go to work. I show up, I get dropped. I didn't show up yet, but I get dropped. I always go up through the food court just to see if I want to get anything really quick before going down to work. And you know, I'm like, just, you know, just walking through the food court. And I noticed when I got into the food court, like everything smelled gross. Like the food court just smelled disgusting. It smelled disgusting to the point where I sped walk through the food court. I was just like, I gotta get down there, you know, like I had to get downstairs to my work. Like that downstairs, like I had to get downstairs to work and away from this food. And the one restaurant at the food court at the mall that I could not forget how I felt when I saw was Sbarro. The lady was making some customers freaking, I think it was like baked ziti or something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a baked ziti, but like when she was picking it up, like just seeing the cheese and stuff, I definitely had to throw up. I literally ran downstairs. Like I was like, I'm gonna throw up. I went straight to the restroom when I got to work. Actually, I felt so nauseous. Like that really made me just throw the heck up. Like it was so bad. I didn't even clock in when I was supposed to clock in. I sat down on the chair. I had to breathe. I was like, I feel really sick. And then one of my coworkers, when I was working, she came in and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I feel really nauseous. Like I was just at the food court and everything just made me sick, especially when I saw like the cheese from the baked ziti. She was, "Are you pregnant?" And I'm like, no, I can't. Oh, and so a little bit of backstory about me. I actually have what's called PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, and it has something to do with like my hormones and like ovaries and stuff. And one of the symptoms is actually like it's hard to get pregnant, or like low fertility or something. Yeah, from the last time I saw. But so in my head I was like, okay, you know, like I'm never gonna get pregnant. And this was like prior to when I started feeling like this. I'm like, okay, so it's gonna be hard to get pregnant. I'm never gonna get pregnant, you know. I was even on like, yeah, so that's the mindset that I had. I always just thought that I was never gonna be able to get pregnant. So when she said, "Are you pregnant?" I'm like, no, I can't be. Then I was also on birth control, so I was really like, no, I can't be, like, because of my PCOS. I even told her that. I'm like, I'm not able to get pregnant. It's like, you know, she's like, "Are you sure?" So I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I can't get pregnant, so it can't be that I'm pregnant. But then low-key, when she left, I was like, could I be? So I hit up my friend Tiana, and I was like, I explained it to her. I honestly don't remember the conversation, but I just remember explaining to her that like I felt sick, I felt nauseous just looking at food and stuff. And I really don't remember the conversation, but I think it was something, I think she had ended up telling me like just take a test just in case. So I was like, all right. So I put down my phone, I went on with my shift, trying not to think about it. I was like, I can't be whatever. I think I took a car that night, so I went to Payless and I picked up a pregnancy test. Then literally the next morning when everybody was still sleeping, I think it was like at 8 something in the morning if I'm not mistaken, like it was pretty early, I took the test, I waited, and even I waited on the toilet. And you know, I'm like, because I know that we're supposed to wait a little bit, so I waited there. And even if in my head like I kept thinking, you know, like I had that set mind like I can't get pregnant, I was so low-key like super nervous to look at the test, peed on it, and then I just kept looking at it. And then so I looked at it, and then when I saw pregnant, I was like, you know, I'm on the toilet, I'm like, then I started crying super hard. I don't know what, I cried so hard. And it was crazy because my mom, you know, like mom has that like instincts, like they just know when something, they just know, you know, they just like know their daughters. She already knew that I was pregnant, but then every time she like asked like, Mary, are you not sure you're not pregnant? You know, because I still had like, yeah, I didn't really have a belly before, but I still had that lower belly fat thingy. So my belly never went straight down, it just went down. Then I would still have like that lower belly fat a little bit, so it would just automatically like this at the bottom. I mean, yeah, I had that. And she would ask me, I think a few times, or like 2 times a couple of days from each other, you know, or she would like give me a look, and I would get irritated because I'm like, are you serious? Why do you keep like asking that? Like in my head, I was honestly like really mad at that she was like calling me fat or whatever. I'm like, no, you know what, I'm just fat, that's my stomach or whatever. But she knew, mommies know. Anyway, back to the story. I looked at the test, I started crying super freaking hard. Cried super hard because, you know, like the whole time I'm like, I can't get pregnant, it's hard to get pregnant, low fertility rates, and then I'm pregnant. Like, I'm going to cry, you know, because especially because I was only 19. Because I'm 20 now already, but I was only 19 when I found out, and I'm like, holy crap, I'm freaking pregnant right now. I got out of the toilet, I went to call his daddy. Honestly, now that I look back at it though, I wish I told people in a much better way. Like if I wasn't freaking out so much, I would have been the type to like, you know, like want to do something cute. But at the same time, he was in the States too, so I don't know how I would have done that. And then I FaceTimed him and I told him, and you know, I'm like, I just finished breaking down like so much. My eyes are already red and everything, and then, you know, I'm like, I'm pregnant. Like straight off the bat, like it was crazy. Ew, it was so ugly now that I think about it. Anyway, so I was like, I'm pregnant, and then I started crying so much harder. Then we had a whole conversation and we talked about it, and then I called my best friend Jessica, and then I told her, and then she was freaking out too. I just showed it to her and she was like, no way. And I was like, yes. And I'm crying too, you know. Yeah, it was just like really gross now that I think about how I told people. Oh, the most important one is my mother. Told her the same day, by the way, after making the calls. So I went to her, and keep in mind that everyone's still sleeping. It's still pretty early in the morning. So I sat on her bed, and you know, I'm still crying, by the way. So sat on her bed, and I was like, mom, okay, well, I cannot like fake it now. I don't want to fake it because it like looks silly. Imagine me crying like really hard. Like, Mom, I need to talk to you. I really need to talk to you. I need to tell you something. You know, she like wakes up and then, you know the thing where like you're sleeping and then you wake up and you're like not really awake. I sat in front of her face and I was like, I'm pregnant, you know? And then I started crying so hard. I started crying super hard. And then she just made me lay down with her. I don't really remember what happened after that. I just remember that we both started crying. And she didn't really say anything because she knew already, that mama instinct. So she knew already. So it wasn't a big surprise and she wasn't like mad. I was just freaking out like I'm really pregnant, you know? For everyone else, my grandpa, I told him, it took me a while to tell him, I don't know why, but I told him and he was like, why not? You know? He was like, why not? You're not being safe. And then I forgot how my grandma reacted. Then my dad, I think I was like, I'm pregnant. He was like, what? You know the WAT? He was like, what? And he ended up calling my mom after. I think he was asking if it was like true. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, that's my story about how I found out and how I told people. And I just know that for sure if I end up ever having a second child, I would definitely, you know, like do better. I want to do better than how I did with baby now, like telling people wise. Like, we ended up going to the hospital that same day and I was like, can I just take a pregnancy test? And she's like, okay. So I peed, came back 20 minutes later, I'm positive. So it's like, I'm really freaking pregnant. I'm actually really pregnant. Like, she highlighted it for me. I just said like positive and everything. It was crazy. Now I'm officially pregnant. I get called to go in to talk to my OB nurse and all of that. Yeah, so now we're officially, I think when I found out I was like 6 weeks. I was like I think I was like 6 weeks if I'm not mistaken. I was about 4 to 6 weeks when I found out. I don't really remember. I got scheduled for my first fairy ultrasound to see my little baby. My symptoms, obviously, like I'm in my first trimester, I threw up a lot. I lost 15, almost 20 pounds in my first trimester. I got skinny. Yeah, I lost a lot of weight actually just throwing up. I didn't eat anything because everything was just disgusting. Like I couldn't even eat my favorite food from Applebee's anymore. Like, just, I think it was because I ate it so much before I was pregnant that when I was pregnant, just thinking about it, I threw up. Even just explaining to my mom like, oh my god, like that moco, and then I would literally go and throw up just thinking about it. That's how bad it was. It was really bad. I lost a lot of weight. I looked like crap. Disgusting. Like, I didn't care how I looked, basically. I don't care how I went out. I would go out without my eyebrows, without actually fixing my hair. I went to King's for my tuna tomato melt with no eyebrows, which I would never have done in my entire life because I was a very insecure person. I was scared for people to see how I looked without eyebrows, so I would always do them no matter where I'm going. But yeah, I went to King's with no eyebrows and my hair wasn't done. I think my hair just finished drying, so it was kind of like crazy. Not too crazy because I have naturally straight hair, but it wasn't straightened or anything. Then I had an oversized t-shirt and biker shorts and slip-ons that didn't even match my outfit. That's how bad it was. Then I would go to work without my eyebrows, like really caring about how my eyebrows look. I would go with eyebrows, yeah, right? But I did not care how it looked, and I did not use lashes. And I would just throw my hair in a ponytail. And this wasn't just a few days kind of thing. It was like this for a while. Like, I did not care how I looked when I went out. Not even to my first appointment, because I just felt like shit. Yeah. I also looked, I couldn't even really do anything because I was always like super tired. It's also one of the reasons I actually stopped doing lashes in my for a while when I found out, because even when I would attempt to put on my lashes, I would fall asleep. Like my body would just shut. Like I did not have enough energy to be putting on my lashes. So I just decided to not use lashes until I really had the energy. I was obviously very tired, like always. But in my first trimester, like I was always super duper tired. If I remember correctly, I think I was kind of moody. Actually, no, I don't think so, not really. Well, I think I was kind of mean. I don't really remember. All I remember is throwing up so much and me being tired a lot and eating a lot of lollipops. It has to be like specific ones too. I don't know why, but like only specific ones would make me feel better and not need to throw up. I didn't have any cravings in my first trimester, obviously because I was not even eating, so why am I gonna have cravings? So yeah, that's my first trimester. Now we're on my second trimester. My throwing up did slow down. I didn't throw up as much anymore, but I was also still not really eating. Like I didn't really care to eat. I don't have any cravings still at this point. Actually, throughout my whole pregnancy, I didn't really have any craving. It was more like, this sounds good, can we go get it? Like now. I mean, yeah, I did have cravings, but not like I need pickles and peanut butter, or give me the peanut butter and jelly, I need to eat it in my burger. You know, like none of that crazy stuff. Yeah, I did crave stuff and I want to eat it, but it's not like I need it now or I'm gonna die kind of thing. It's just like, I'm really hungry, can we just go and get it? I'll even pay for you kind of thing. Yeah, I still didn't really eat that much. Like I didn't get any hungrier. I was just slowly starting to get back to being able to eat and smell things and actually eat, but not like devouring food like that. I mostly wanted solid food like steak and rice, or my pepper steak, or like chicken stir fry or chicken fajitas, burgers and burritos. Mostly that stuff. Like I needed solid food. I needed rice. I need rice with all my food. Even up to now, I need rice. Like I can't even think about going on with life without rice. I can't. I need rice. I mean, I don't really think it counts as a craving, but if I had to name one thing that I for sure ate a lot during this pregnancy and my second trimester, it was burgers. I just needed a burger. For my burrito, the only reason why we ended up at this Mexican place that we've never tried was because the burrito that I wanted was in base and I didn't want to go all the way down there. So we're like, let's go look up different Mexican places, and we did, and we ended up there, and I ended up trying the most amazing burrito in the whole wide world. The California burrito from Caliente is amazing, you guys. You guys should definitely try it. It was beautiful. I also started to feel a lot better. I had enough energy to really walk around. Like this was my time to start going out and walking around with my little belly that started popping out and actually fixing myself. I had a lot of energy. Like I had a lot of energy now that I think about it. Like I was just up. Like I didn't even feel pregnant kind of thing, you know? Like sometimes I would forget I'm even pregnant. That's how amazing it was. And then I noticed too that I feel like I've become super nice in my second trimester, like, or like within my pregnancy. I don't know. I just felt more of a calm, like more of a calm person, and like super nice towards people. Yeah. So second trimester, no crazy cravings. I mean, if you count my burgers, throwing up slowed down, more energized, able to put myself together. But back pains, oh, back pains, I totally forgot about that. Back pains, I had a really bad, I feel like, oh my god, I don't know if it was just because of pregnancy or whatever, because even before my pregnancy I had really bad back problems, and it's just like horrible. I think maybe the end of my first trimester going into my second, it got so bad. It was so bad. Like it was mostly on my left lower back. so I wouldn't be able to walk or put so much weight on my left side because it would hurt. And then even to the point where I couldn't even sit down, get inside my car because it hurt so much. I had to like angle myself, and it was just like painful. I couldn't even lay down. I couldn't be comfortable. And my mom tried, you know, like she was like, try doing this, try doing that, but then it was still painful. I ended up stuck in a position. I don't remember what position it was. I think it was something with me laying on my back and putting my feet on the wall. I think I got stuck in that position, or I got stuck on the floor. Yeah, my back pain was horrible. Yeah, that's basically my second trimester. Now we are my third. Just officially turned 8 months yesterday, and now that I'm here where I'm at now, I'm just mostly hungry all the time now. But you know, like even when I do eat, I'm not able to eat so much, obviously because my stomach is like smaller at the moment. But then I would get hungry more frequently, so I would eat and then stop eating because I kind of eat a lot, and then I get hungry again maybe an hour later or even 30 minutes later. I don't know if it's just because what I ate wasn't what I was craving that I'm not satisfied, or it's just because I'm actually just really hungry. I just found a spot that had my favorite hot dogs too, so yay for me. I just found out that they had it just at the gas station, kind of outside. So when I first tried it, I was like, this is amazing. Because the last I remember, they only had my hot dog at the freaking movie theaters, which isn't open. And I always talk about their hot dogs and nachos. Like, yeah, you can just get freaking nachos from the gas station or everything, but you know, it just hits different when you're in a dark room about to watch a movie on a big screen, right? But then I mean, like the hot dog thing, I'm definitely happy that I found out somewhere outside of the movie theater, so thank you, mother. I still have back pains that still occur often. Like just the other day, my back was super bad. I couldn't even freaking get up. Even Freya was like, Sissy, are you okay? She like, say, are you okay? Like, because I was reaching to get her iPad, like it was hurting. Oh my god, I was in pain. Yeah, it's always on my lower left side of my back, and then it ends up being really bad. And then also I run out of breath super fast, or I cannot breathe. Like sometimes I would just be relaxing and then I catch myself like gasping for air because I don't freaking know why. I'll just be like, you know, like I freaking like stop breathing for a second. I'm like trying to catch my breath. I just run out of breath super fast. I don't know if you guys have noticed that in my videos, but I run out of breath. And then I guess with me being close to my due date too, I'm getting back to that phase of being more tired and exhausted like more frequently. Like the other day I took like freaking 3 naps in one day. Like I was just tired. And then I'm starting to walk much slower, not like freaking a snail, but this is my belly now. She's 8 months officially. Yeah, sorry about my shorts. I know it looks like I'm like super pinky right now, but yeah. And when I sit too, I have to like kind of open my legs a little bit because, let me try. Yeah, I cannot. I have to open my legs a little bit so my belly can go down and kind of breathe, and so I can breathe. I would say my 3rd trimester, I'm just getting back to eating a lot, eating more, back pains, getting like going back to my sleeping phase, like getting tired phase. I would say that's basically it for my 3rd trimester. Nothing really changed. I'm still obviously fixing myself, as you guys see in my videos or my photos on Instagram. If any of you are wondering like if I gained weight or how much weight I've gained so far from my pre-pregnancy, I would say officially from the last time I checked just a couple days ago, I was 184, which is 1 pound from 20 pounds from my pre-pregnancy weight. So yeah, so my pre-pregnancy weight was 165. I know that's kind of heavy. I don't know, I know it didn't look like it, but I was 165, you guys. if I am, or I'm past it by now, because I was maybe, oh my god, I think a week ago. But if I'm 185 now, I've only officially gained 20 pounds up to now, and I'm only 8 months. So I don't think that's that bad, right? Like, at least I'm not like gaining 20 pounds in my first, or like, you know what I mean? I'm just really happy that I haven't gained more than, you know, like 40 pounds or anything. It really is just mostly baby. Hopefully we'll see after he comes out. Oh, and I have a much harder time sitting up. Sorry about this piece, like when I turn my head. These are my freaking, my grown out bangs. I think that's pretty much it. I feel like I covered everything in my pregnancy journey. Obviously, pregnancy brain. Well, I can't blame everything in my videos from when like I forget or like I have brain fart on pregnancy brain, because I was kind of like that even before I was pregnant. Maybe it's just like worse now. Like, ew. Can you guys see that? I always laugh when I see myself laughing because my belly drops because I'm having a boy. When I laugh, can you see that? It's hilarious. Like, okay, let me try showing you. Look at this. You know, like when I laugh, like this goes up, but then you can see it drop. Let me try making myself laugh. Okay, I cannot. It's not gonna work, but let me just pretend. You know, like if I'm laughing really hard. Ew, that's so ugly. Oh, you see it? You see it? Oh yeah. When I do that. Okay, sorry baby. Okay, I'm sorry I woke you up. He like just kicked me. He's like, Mom, stop it. They don't need to see. They don't care. If there's any other questions you guys have about my pregnancy, go ahead and just comment down below and I'll just reply to you personally. I'll just reply back to your comment if I left out anything that I didn't cover in this video. Since I think that I covered everything, I will end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. But it was nice going down memory lane doing this pregnancy journey video. I never actually went back to think about when I first found out up to now. It was nice. Thank you, Jenny, for suggesting this video. I feel like if you haven't suggested this, I would have never really went back to think about it. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to get notified every time I post a new video. She's out of breath. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.